Well, good morning, everyone. Today, I am joining you from the Straz, where, as most of you know, the award-winning musical Hamilton has been playing here for the last couple of weeks. In fact, on the show, we've already talked about the impact that Hamilton has had, not only on theater, but for the city of Tampa as well. Today, we're going to show you the impact that this, again, award-winning musical that everybody has fallen in love with, the impact that it's having on students and teachers and our education system right here in the Bay Area.
Are you all excited to see Hamilton?
In fact, today, more than 2,400 students and teachers are taking part in Hamilton's celebrated education program, also known as EduHam. Students from 29 different Bay Area high schools have been studying American history through a special integrated curriculum about Alexander Hamilton and our nation's founding fathers. And today, these students get to perform on stage for their peers, participate in a Q&A with Hamilton cast members, and then watch a matinee performance of Hamilton. So let's go hear from some of these students and cast members.
Salutations.
So here I am with Norman. He just took the stage. Job well done.
Thank you so much. I'm very humbled. What I did with my piece was I took inspiration from historical documents of speeches actually given by King George himself and modified it to fit into the kind of corridors of history that were in 1779.
So what I loved about sitting back and watching all of this is the reactions from your peers. You got probably one of the bigger reactions of the day as well. Tell me about what it was like performing on that stage in front of your peers.
Well, it's always a very intriguing and humbling experience where on stage you have the lights completely directed on you. So you may not be able to see the crowd, but you feel the energy. And I'm so grateful for not only the warm reception of the entire audience, but specifically for my school.
Tell me a little bit about the program that you guys have been studying that kind of prepped you and prepared you for this role today.
Sure. So I'm in AP US History right now with my teacher, Miss Sigmund. And what we've been doing so far is just been going through, right now we're in the 1920s, you know, the roaring 20s with Broadway and drama. So we've connected how the 1920s might be related to the 1770s and how different people from those time periods could have had similar thoughts and how that's developed the American national identity over time.
So wait a minute, though. You've definitely had some kind of theater background. This is not your first time on stage. You may be learning this history side of it, but tell me your theater background.
Well, in middle school, I went to Corbett Prep, and there was a really nice musical theater thespians program that I was involved in, and I went to many local competitions. But in high school, I've done speech and debate, where we've had many local competitions, and recently I went to the grand finals for the state, and I won first in dramatic performance.
I'm not surprised at all. Last, as we kind of wrap up here, Hamilton, though, what are your thoughts? Have you seen it yet? You're getting ready to see it now.
I actually have not seen the play.
Okay.
The musical.
So what is all this kind of, I mean, it's such like a cultural phenomenon, especially for your age group, I think. What has Hamilton meant for you guys?
Hamilton is a chance to connect with the past of our country's history, because definitely we may not see the way that contemporary perspective matches with the historical one, but Hamilton allows you to not only experience great acting, but it also allows you to delve back into history and understand really our roots and where we came from.
All right. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. Congratulations again. Job well done.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, I'm now joined by Karina, one of the Hamilton cast members who's been leading the EduHam program today for our students in the Bay Area. And I have to say, it's so interesting. I had a chance to see Hamilton a couple weeks ago, so I've seen you guys do it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch students do it today. They were fantastic.
Unreal. And they wrote everything themselves. Like, this was an assignment in school that they did. And these kids wrote songs, they wrote monologues. I mean, there were raps, it was amazing. Like, we were so impressed by them, and it's so inspiring to see them up there. And see what they learned in school about our show, and you know what I mean, and now they get to see it, so it's just awesome.
And it was interesting. I was sitting back and I was trying to compare it to, again, maybe when I was in high school, or the Romeo and Juliet and the Shakespeare of kind of, what traditionally maybe is taught in school and what people gravitate towards. This is a new generation, I think, of theater and storytelling, and then to see it play on stage, this has got to be so cool to be a part of this.
Cool. It's so cool. If I'm being honest, from my high school experience, when I came into Hamilton, I knew of Hamilton because I dreamed of being in the show, and then I graduated, auditioned, and then got it. And I had to do some research because in school I was like, what did I learn about the founding fathers? I don't really remember what, you know what I mean? But the fact that these kids today in 2019 get to learn these specifics, and they get up there and know all this information, and then they get to see us perform as like you said, a new generation. And it's just so cool that we get to do this and be a part of it.
And from your perspective, tell me too, because I kind of sat back and watched, and I just was so proud of these high school students, how they encouraged one another. I can't imagine going on that stage in front of the peers that they had to do that. I mean, at least
we were all nervous. We were back there, and we were there early, so we got to talk to each kid and make sure we said their name right and try to write notes and stuff. And we did a circle before. I don't know if you were here for the talk back we had, but just like we do backstage every day, and we all went around and we said the word today. We pick a word every show. For them, I said support. We're all going to support each other. You might mess up. We're probably going to mess up too. I messed up a couple blub. You know what I mean? It happens. It's it's live. It's live theater. It's live TV. Whatever. But the fact that those kids were so supportive backstage, and they all had a relief of it. You know what I mean? They all kind of were relieved because they were nervous back there. Oh my gosh, why is my school cheering so loud? They need to calm down. I'm nervous. I'm like, no, they're just supporting you. Take it all in, and you know what I mean? Just breathe and just do your thing, and it's going to be fine.
What do you hope people take away, not only for the EduHam program today that we're a part of, but even just people just coming in droves to see this? What do you hope they take away from Hamilton in this story and what you guys, are doing touring the country?
I hope that they take away, this story, it's a 3-hour show. So first of all, it's it's so amazing that it's such a huge thing, because people like to be in and out, you know what I mean? So the fact that people get I just hope that people just really take in the story and realize right at the end, I don't want to give it away, but like Eliza says, you know what I mean? Who lives, who dies, who tells their story, you know what I mean? Hamilton died, but his story lived on because Eliza, she burned all those letters, but then she decided, it's bigger than that. All this stuff happened, but no one's perfect. He did all these horrible things, but at the end of the day, I love him, and I still want his story to live on and his legacy. So I think it's I hope the audience takes away, what is your legacy? What do you want people to remember you as when you pass away one day? You need to just let that be whatever you want that to be, so that everyone else can remember you and your legacy can be remembered in whatever way that means.
Thank you for putting in all that hard work.
Yes,
it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal show. So again, just a couple shows left to make sure and come out and see these guys. We'll put the details on our website, Tampa Bay's Morning Blend.
Thank you.